Lily lived in a house filled with things, but her heart always wanted more. She wasn't content with what she had. Her eyes constantly scanned for the next shiny object, the next big prize. Her room overflowed with trendy clothes she barely wore, gadgets quickly forgotten, and books left unread. Yet, a deep, persistent ache for acquisition gnawed at her, a hunger that no amount of possessions could satisfy. Grandma Evelyn, her wise and gentle grandmother, often watched Lily with a knowing sadness in her eyes. "True wealth, dear Lily," she'd say, her voice soft as rustling leaves, "is not in what you own, but in who you are and what you share." Lily, however, usually just nodded, her mind already drifting to the next online shopping spree, or the newest designer bag she coveted. Grandma's words, though kind, seemed abstract and irrelevant to her insatiable quest for material accumulation. One crisp autumn afternoon, Grandma Evelyn invited Lily to help her clean out the old attic. "It's time to let go of some things, to make space for new memories," Grandma explained, her hand resting gently on Lily's shoulder. Lily, initially reluctant, suddenly saw an opportunity. Maybe there are some valuable antiques up there, she thought, a spark of avarice igniting in her bright blue eyes. Things I could sell or add to my collection. The attic was a treasure trove of memories, filled with dusty boxes, forgotten toys, and faded photographs. Each item held a story, a whisper from the past, but Lily barely noticed these sentimental relics. Her focus was solely on objects she perceived as having monetary value: an old locket, a vintage watch, a ceramic doll. She meticulously sorted them, setting aside anything she thought could fetch a good price. Grandma Evelyn, meanwhile, carefully sifted through the same items, not for their worth, but for the stories they held. She smiled at a child's worn teddy bear, reminisced over a stack of old letters, and chuckled at a faded clown costume. As the afternoon wore on, Lily's pile of valuable items grew larger, while Grandma's pile contained only a few cherished keepsakes, and many items destined for donation to those in need. "Look, Grandma!" Lily exclaimed, holding up a tarnished silver frame. "This could be real silver. I bet it's worth a fortune." Grandma Evelyn took the frame gently. "This held a photo of your great-grandparents on their wedding day," she said softly, her gaze distant. "It was a gift from my father, who polished it every Sunday." Lily paused, the frame suddenly feeling heavier in her hands. The thought of selling something so steeped in family history, something cherished not for its material but for its emotional value, pricked at her conscience. Later, Lily found a small wooden box hidden beneath a pile of old blankets. Her heart pounded with excitement. This must be it, she thought. The ultimate treasure. She pried it open eagerly, imagining glittering jewels or stacks of forgotten money. Inside, however, she found only a collection of handwritten notes, dried flowers, and a smooth, ordinary river stone. Disappointed, Lily almost tossed the contents aside. "What's this junk?" she muttered, exasperated by the lack of any obvious monetary value. Grandma Evelyn, overhearing her, came closer. "Ah, that's my gratitude box," she explained, her eyes twinkling. "Each note is about something I was thankful for. A small joy or kindness. The stone is from the river where your grandfather proposed to me." Lily looked at the simple items, then at her grandmother's radiant face. The dried flowers, once vibrant, now held a quiet beauty. The notes, scrawled with ordinary words, spoke of extraordinary moments. She thought of her own endless pursuit of new things, the fleeting satisfaction, and the emptiness that always followed. She remembered the fleeting thrill of an expensive purchase and how quickly it faded, leaving her craving something new. Grandma's box, filled with things of no market value, seemed to hold more true richness than all of Lily's accumulated possessions. It held love, gratitude, and a lifetime of shared happiness. A profound shift began within Lily. She slowly picked up one of the notes. It read, "Thankful for a sunny morning and your hearty laugh." It was a simple observation, yet it conveyed a deep sense of contentment. She then looked at the river stone, worn smooth by time and water, now a symbol of enduring love. It wasn't flashy or expensive, but its story gave it immeasurable value. Lily returned to her own pile of valuable items. The tarnished silver frame, which she had coveted for its potential resale, now felt like a piece of her family's soul, not something to be bartered away. She realized that her greed had blinded her, making her overlook the true treasures that surrounded her, the love of her family, the simple joys of life, and the rich tapestry of shared memories. With a newfound understanding, Lily began to sort through her pile again. But this time, with Grandma Evelyn's wisdom echoing in her mind, she put the silver frame back with Grandma's keepsakes. She decided to donate many of the clothes and gadgets in her own room to local charities. The thought of someone else benefiting from them brought a warmth to her chest she hadn't felt from acquiring them. Over the next few weeks, a subtle but significant transformation took place in Lily. She started spending less time shopping and more time with Grandma Evelyn, listening to her stories. She began to notice the small, beautiful things in her everyday life. The way the sunlight streamed through her window, the comforting scent of her grandmother's baking, the laughter of her friends. The ache for more began to subside, replaced by a quiet contentment. She learned to appreciate the simple joy of sharing a meal, helping a friend, or simply being present. One evening, she started her own gratitude box, filling it with notes about sunsets, kind words from her grandmother, and moments of laughter with her friends. It was filled, not with expensive items, but with priceless memories. Lily had finally understood Grandma Evelyn's lesson. True wealth isn't about how much you have, but about how much you appreciate, how much you give, and how rich your heart is with kindness and gratitude. The girl who had once been consumed by greed now found joy in generosity and peace in presence. Her heart, once always wanting, was now truly full.